Relaxation is a necessity in the working world. If you don't take time to relax, you get all stressed out and tense. I, however, am not always the best at relaxing. That is why I try to play games that relax me when I need to, so I can help myself unwind. These 5 games are a must for my relaxation. One of my personal favorites couldn't make this list because I didn't have a means to record it, since I try not to play Katamari games with my Joy-Cons in fear of breaking them. But it will forever be top 5 in my heart. The Sims games have always been in my collection of games. I grew up playing all the main series games and continue to play them to this day. While I may not play The Sims 4 much anymore, I still play The Sims 3. The Sims 3 came at a time when money was tight, so I only got to play it a few years after it came out and already had some expansions. I made sure to get the base game, pets, and Supernatural first. Those were the expansions I cared most about. Now, I have all the expansions and some additional content, so I have plenty to work with. So much so that I can feel a bit overwhelmed when I look at the sheer list of things that can be done in the game now. However, that doesn't stop me from pulling open a save file of some original characters, putting them on an empty lot, and rags to riches my way through their legacies. Now, I record content on occasion for my second channel using The Sims 3 as a medium, ending my series that I did on The Sims 4. Coming up with a full series is not very relaxing for me at times, so I tend to keep it short and sweet, making them last only a few generations instead of the full 10 or more that most legacy challenges have. I just don't have the mental stamina to balance the long legacy challenge and other content at the same time. Honkai Star Rail is a weird one in terms of my cozy games. It is more strategic and fast-paced at times and requires a bit of thinking. For me, I like to material and EXP grind when I need to play something quick. As long as I choose the right difficulty, I can just press buttons and let the damage do the work. With the new thing being super breaks, this makes farming even easier than before for me. I also play this game daily, so I often get to shut off my brain and just press buttons. Slime Rancher is a very calming game for me. From the great music to cute little slime noises, this game really has it all for me. Sometimes it gets a little too relaxing though, and I end up falling into the water or being friendly attacked by my own slimes. A la Rad or Boom slimes. This game has been a staple in my gaming days since its release. I think I still have the original file of mine now that I think about it. I'm afraid to open it up after all these updates and fear that it'll corrupt itself. Now I mostly run challenge files to keep myself focused and test my knowledge of the game. My favorites of these challenges are all honey largos, like honey boons, honey brads, and all cat largo files, like honey tabbies or honey hunters. Either way, I get to create my favorite largo, the honey tabby, as you can tell. Sunhaven is probably one of my top 10 games of all time. I love this game. It's everything I want in a game. Farming, RPG, character customization, many ways to make my living, you name it. It has it. This is another game I've been playing from the very beginning, if not starting at the beginning. I'm sure I've been watching it grow from its early days of early access. It's games like this that make me feel a little proud when seeing it blossom. As I stated before, there are many things to do in this game to make money. My favorite ways are baking and smithing, as an example of all the different things you can do. If you want the most out of the game though, you've got to try it all, especially farming, which is the main part of the game. I've yet to finish this game, but I don't mind when I have to start over when I join a new multiplayer file. I've done all sorts of things with each characters. Like one file's dedicated to maxing out relationships, while another is made for trying to min-max as much as I can, so I can fight the final boss easier. But my main file, though, is made for exploring everything the game has to offer, from new patch to new patch. Personally, I cannot wait for what is in store for this game. Stardew Valley is the farming game staple. Like when a game is farming based, they compare it to Stardew instead of Harvest Moon. That's pretty big to be honest, and deserves to be up there in my opinion. This game has great music and great gameplay. From farming to mining and not fishing. It's got a lot of really great skills. I jest about the fishing, of course. I'm just terrible at the minigame and use a mod to fix it for me. Speaking of mods, that's how I play this game lately. Modded. Not just modded either. Mega modded. Like 300 plus mods. We've got Stardew Valley expanded, custom animals, custom crops, and even more villagers in the form of East Scarp. It never gets boring. I wanted this game to keep me going after all these years of playing. I've never actually gotten to Skull Cavern in a playthrough, so I haven't seen the hardest content available. That also includes Ginger Island. I bounce around between challenge files too much to really focus on furthering the file past marriage. Sometimes not even getting that far. It just depends on the file, which is usually multiplayer, and it kinda dies out before we get too far, to be honest. I plan on creating a new file at some point to see how far I can get through all these mods and how much money I can make. And that's it for my top 5 relaxing games. Hopefully one of these games calls out to you and you can relax with it too. Thank you all for watching, and see you honeycombs next time. See ya!